Every decision you make will bring devastation. Each choice will lead to a greater evil.
It is Game of the Year time again, and dominating this year's nominations is my personal favorite, The Witcher 3. While there are many really good reasons for its 7 nominations, like the unique Slavic soundtrack, the stunning visuals, or the enticing narrative,
as he swears to adore you.
what I want to talk about today is what really set it apart from the other open world titles. The morally ambiguous choices the mutated protagonist has to make. Notice that I said has to, because we'll get to that. And what if I told you that those choices make Geralt of Rivia, the Butcher of Blaviken, more human than Witcher? I mean, his mutations left him with physical alterations and granted him inhumane powers, so can we still consider him human at its core? Existentialists claimed that we are not what we are, but rather what we do. Just to make sure we're on the same page here, let's sort out what existentialism is in a nutshell. What most existentialist thinkers share is the notion that existence precedes essence. In other words, we are conscious individuals responsible for our actions and not the roles or labels we occupy. So we are not only what we do, but we are furthermore responsible for those actions. Sociologists call it the individualization of society, the constant process of liberating ourselves from social form, social milieu, and orientation. Let's say your mother handed you over to professional monster slayers shortly after your birth. How would this affect your individual freedom? Surely Geralt was not free to become whatever he wanted after that, right? Well, existentialists are hard to impress, so they might argue that he still could have chosen to run away and get eaten by a griffin shortly afterwards, or commit suicide. Even as an adult Witcher, Geralt consciously chooses if and how he acts out this role and struggles regularly with the endeavor. Because it is just that, acting. As popular existentialist philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre argued, by being aware that he is not merely a Witcher, Geralt is consciously deceiving himself. Because the fact that we are free to choose and accountable for the decisions we make results in a state called existential angst. One way people avoid this is by convincing themselves to be bound by external circumstance. Let's say mutations or some kind of Witcher moral code. But since this is in itself a choice we endorse, we must yet again take full responsibility for it. So by letting the players act out decisions like whether or not to free the forest spirit, CD Projekt Red confronts them not only with their own anguish, but also reflects Geralt's constant struggle with responsibility. So here's a decision to take responsibility for. Go and check out my other stuff on my channel. Usually I only do Let's Plays, but this isn't kind of a new series, so if you liked it, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and while you're at it, why not subscribe as well? I hope to see you next time when TOG theorizes on games.